So, when we take a look into the changes occurring in the school system, one of the largest increases is the use of technology. Nowadays, you're wandering down the hallways, you're in your classrooms, and everybody's using laptops, tablets, or any form of device other than usually using written notes. But to be more specific, instead of just looking at the increase in technology itself, I want to take a look at the advancement from paper textbooks to electronic textbooks, which are now usually referred to as ebooks. So I've spoken with many of my friends, my family, and lots of students at the Lethbridge College about their preference of textbooks or ebooks, and I've roughly gotten about the same amount of votes for each. Each person's had their own preference, but it has been about equal. So I wanted to know, what do you prefer and why do you prefer it? So when I did my research, I wanted to know what were the advantages of either item that made it more appealing to a person when they were going to purchase it. So according to top10reviews.com, the author said that each of the books that are available, either paper or electronic, they have advantages and disadvantages, but it's being aware before you purchase that item so that when you go to use it, you know that it'll be either suited for your lifestyle or really help your learning style as well. So making sure you know the pros and the cons is very important. So first we're going to take a look at textbooks. So these are the paper textbooks, hardcover, softcover, either way it's the same. So there's lots of advantages to them, and the most common one is tradition. So people traditionally use textbooks because they've grown up using them. And with older generations or my generation, we always use textbooks throughout my whole time at school. But instead of just tradition, maybe there's other advantages. And when I did my research, I found that there was. So many people said that they found having a textbook in front of them made it much easier to read. The font and the paper was much easier for them to adjust their eyes to, and they could feel like they could read for longer periods of time just looking at a textbook. So instead of looking at a computer screen where the brightness of the screen can kind of strain your eyes and it can make you tired, you can't read for as long compared to a textbook. Another aspect is with paper textbooks, you don't need devices or batteries or chargers to read your textbook. The lifetime of it is unlimited, so whenever you need it, it's available. You don't have to worry about charging it or waiting for it to be charged. It's available to you at any time. And also, the resale value of a textbook. You go to a bookstore, especially at the college, and you purchase a new or a used textbook, and once you're done with it, you can either sell it back to the bookstore or you can sell it to another student that will need it for their next semester if they're in the same courses as you. So, and usually you can get about what you paid for it or just a little bit less. So most of the time you can make a pretty good amount of money by selling your textbooks back. So now we've looked at paper textbooks, but let's now look at ebooks, electronic textbooks. So many people nowadays, you see them carrying around the laptops and the tablets. So they're thinking, wow, if I've got this laptop and this tablet, I might as well get books that I can put on it. So then I always have them. But the main advantages of it are, one, for sure, is convenience. So when you're traveling, or even for storage, it's so much easier just to have an ebook that has all of your textbooks on it. You don't have to worry about having a backpack big enough to fit 6 textbooks. You just have to worry about having your laptop or tablet. So that makes it much easier for traveling, for storage, any of those. And another advantage is you can adjust the font when you're reading these textbooks. So instead of either having to pull the textbook closer to you or move it further away, you can adjust the font by going into the settings, and that makes it much easier for people, especially if they have troubles reading, They don't have to worry about squinting or getting different glasses, anything like that. It can just suit their needs right then and there. And another aspect is the long run savings. So many people have thought, well, I've already spent this large amount of money purchasing a laptop or a tablet, so why do I want to spend another good big amount of money on textbooks when I could just use this? And actually, when you look at it, ebooks are much cheaper than regular textbooks, so when you add it all up in the long run, it'll probably end up being cheaper for you. So this is something to consider before making your next big purchase for the next semester coming up. You can sit and decide, well, if I already have a laptop or a tablet, maybe I want to look into ebooks, and maybe the advantages they have will suit my needs perfectly fine. Or maybe I want to stick with the old traditional textbooks because I've never had bad luck with them and they've always done me good. So it's something to consider before you make that next big purchase. Thank you.